Hello, welcome to Hemlocks and Loons. We're off on another adventure. If this is your first time here on the channel, my name's Forrest, and we are headed off to Sylvania Wilderness. The ice is out. It's actually been out for a couple of weeks, and we are going to get the canoe in the water for the first time this year. Just pulled in. We're at the entrance station here. I didn't turn this on until after I signed in, but we're signed in. Just grabbing one of the maps. Check out the board here and make sure there's no new information. Doesn't look like there is, but looks like the entrance station here that's behind me. I'll show you in a second here. Is going to be closed for the 23 season again, so you will not be able to come here and speak with anybody. It won't be staffed anyways regularly. Need to get away from shore here a bit. Hopefully there's some wind out here. The black flies are out in full force. Mosquitoes are coming out. And then I've been up in the woods up this direction for work lately, and the ticks are just insanely crazy this year. We just got in on Clark Lake, and I think the plan is going to be to cruise up to Loon Lake and take a little side trip once we get up to Loon Lake, up into the woods. Okay, this is insane. There's like absolutely no wind. I've got a decent way from shore now, and I'm sure you can see the cloud of black flies around my head here. Hopefully that gets better. That's all I can say about that. So we're gonna head over to Loon Lake, and I have an old map from the Sylvania Club from 1906, and the map has this thing marked on it. It says Big Rock, and so I'm kind of curious what's the Big Rock. So I just saw the first loon of the trip. It was a ways off, so I couldn't, and it dove right away, so I couldn't get my camera out in time to get a photo or video of it, but hopefully that is the first of many today. Once I got to the back half of Clark Lake, I started getting into some wind. It's not too bad, but it is pushing the bow around a little bit. When I get a chance to get out, I'll redistribute my weight to the front. Right now I've got in the back. And then I'm hoping to hide behind this. I got a point in front of me, and I'm hoping to hide behind it, get some water. Feeling a little dehydrated, which is never good. These Canoeing beef-free filters and bags are awesome. I don't have to worry about bringing water with me. I can scoop it right out of the lake and then drink it immediately because it's a, you know, one of those squeeze filters. The big thing you got to remember about these is if the filter's been dry for a while, soak it the night before you go. Otherwise, it'll take a while for the filter fibers to be saturated and start working where it'll flow well. So always a good idea to soak these the night before. So I got a few new items over the winter, and I've got a couple of them out here with me today. This NSR shirt is new. It's a lot like the other shirt that I was wearing last year that I'll continue to wear this year as well, but I like that other shirt so much, somebody suggested that this shirt was a lot like it. So I got it, and I got a new paddle this year too. It's this Badger paddle, traditional style paddle out of cherry. It is super light. It's called the Tripper, which is an otter tail style paddle. And I can't tell you what I think yet because today is the first day it's been in the water, and but so far it seems really nice. I definitely like the weight on it. Moves the water well. And then the other thing I have today that you won't see is a new mount for my GoPro here, so make it a lot easier to adjust cameras and such. I used to use well, I have been using a tripod, and that causes some issues. I like having a tripod on a trip, especially when on land and a lot of other places. It's really great to use, but it can be a pain in the canoe, especially when doing portages, where this new mount I got, I think I'll be able to just leave it where it is. And it won't be a hassle for portaging. And a shout out to my sister-in-law Rachel, who made me a vinyl die cut stickers, a couple of them for my canoe, and they're on, and I'm sure you're seeing them on screen right now. So thanks, Rachel. Not doing bad on time today. Normally I plan for an hour from the boat launch to the Portage to Loon Lake, and I don't know, maybe 15 minutes out from the Portage. We're getting pretty dang close, but we're at about 40 minutes since we left. I'm still kind of wishy-washy on if I want to stick with the original plan or not. Just one of those points that I went by back behind me. I got a little too close to the point, and the black flies just moved right in. As soon as the wind picked back up, they were gone, but I don't know how I feel about going for a hike in the woods beyond just doing the portage. I guess we'll see how the portage is itself. Okay, so I just finished the portage over from Clark Lake to Loon Lake, and I'm on Loon Lake now. I did run into another solo canoeist on the portage. He was just getting down to the landing over on the Clark side as I was pulling in. Had a nice little chat with him. So yeah, that's good. And now I'm over here on Loon. He said he didn't see anybody over here except for two canoes jumping onto the portage ahead of him. And and right now I don't see anyone out here. I don't see anyone at all. So I threw on my head net when I got to the portage, and just in case, and it didn't seem like it was all that bad. I think I would have been fine if I had left it off, but I didn't want to have to get to the point where I was trying to get everything ready to go and someone else was trying to push me through the portage, and then have to try to find it and dig it out. So, but we're over here now. The bugs are gone. Now that we're out on the lake, there's a nice little breeze over here. It's about 20 after noon. Like I said, I spent a while, 15 minutes or so, chatting with the guy on the portage, so not too bad. I'd like to get back to the portage here no later than 2, so that I can get back to the car by 3-ish. I think we're going to make today a true Northwoods outing. A day of canoeing out on the water, and then fish fry with the family this evening. And at this point too, I'd just like to say, if you're enjoying this video, if you wouldn't mind going down below and hitting that like button. So just a little bit of a heads up here. I'm most likely gonna place this little side adventure to find our big rock out of order, just because I'm showing you my potential secret spot. I don't want to necessarily share where it's located, but I still give you the opportunity to see it, and if you can find it on your own, great. So it only took a few minutes for the bugs to get crazy, so I got my head net on. But I believe we got a big hill up here in front of us. And I'm reading the map right, which I'm sure I am. It's at the top of this hill. I have my canoe shoes on, which probably isn't the best for this little side adventure, but that's okay. This is really nice, mature maple, stand of maple. Okay, so this is the first one I found out here. So you tell me, is this the big rock? It is a big rock. Hopefully you can see me next to it. It's not, it's only what, 3.5, maybe a little bit less than 4 foot tall. But so far not as cool as I expected or was hoping, but it's also not quite where it was showing on the 1906 map. So as I work my way back to the canoe, I'll keep looking around. Maybe I'll find something else. Maybe that's not it. If it is, I'm not as impressed as I was hoping to be. It is a big rock for out here. You don't see many big glacial erratics like that. So it's always cool to see a glacial erratic anywhere, but I was really expecting the big rock to be quite a bit bigger, but that's okay. It was still cool to see. Maybe someday you'll be able to find it. All I'll say about it is it's on Loon Lake. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the big rock. Was it what you were thinking when I mentioned that we were going to go see the big rock? It's a bit of a disappointment so far on Loon Lake, and I haven't seen a single loon over here. In fact, I've only seen one loon all trip. So I'm just about back to the Portage on the Loon Lake side. I do see a canoe sitting there on the Portage, but I don't see any people. So hopefully if you made it this far into the video, you're willing to potentially subscribe to my channel, Hemlocks and Loons. There's going to be more content related to Sylvania, more not videos. I'd like to do some videos on some smaller lakes, both in the Ottawa National Forest and then in northern Wisconsin, just south of the UP line. And I also plan to do more videos related to the Northern Highlands American Legion State Forest, not including flatwater paddling. And then I'd like to do at least one more section of the, I believe it's the Manitowish River that I did last year with my friend Luca. And then there'll be some camping videos. We'll do some overnights or a couple of nights here in the wilderness, and potentially do some camping on some other lakes outside Sylvania. So if any of that sounds interesting to you and or my past content, please subscribe.